In your TailSaver package, you'll get a harness, a tail sleeve, 2 belts. One goes from hip to chest. Harness, tail sleeve, hip to chest belt, and that goes right through this loop right here. That's the chest part. The universal belt, which helps with extra holding action, and Velcro wire ties, cable ties. You will want to put your harness on your dog in order to adjust your straps. If you put it on this way, it won't work. You have to undo the snaps and then put it over her head with the ring and the snaps facing up. The neck straps are also adjustable. They will determine how high on the chest or lower on the chest it fits. Use that to make sure your girth straps are, at least an inch past the front legs, or about an inch past the front legs, so they don't rub on the legs. These snaps are used to hold the girth straps in place. The tail sleeve goes over the tail goes inside of it, and you want to pull it up so it fits all the way snug to her body underneath the tail and sits on her haunches above her tail. Feel under there and make sure it's covering all the underside of the tail. This is the hip to chest snap, or this is the strap that goes from the tail sleever to the harness. It fastens with snap assemblies, and it should be snug. You'll check that when your dog's laying down and standing up to make sure it's not too tight in either position. These straps all get tightened off the dog. So you put everything on your dog, mark it with chalk or soap, take it back off your dog, tighten them up or loosen them up, and then put it back on your dog again. This strap also needs to be tightened. It goes from the hip to the chest and back to the hip. It's an anti-twist hip to chest belt. There's Velcro on one side, which I only use for washing. Otherwise, I just leave the Velcro attached. This snap goes through this loop underneath your dog's leg and around the torso, back to the snap, it's a buckle. Go ahead and buckle that. Check how it fits. It should be tight, but not so tight your dog can't lay down. The tail sleeve is adjustable by rolling up the end of it. There's Velcro in there. If you pull the Velcro pieces together, they fasten together and hold the length in place. It's also able to be shrunk in the dryer. Each time you wash it, it shrinks about 3 inches. And you will need it 3 inches longer than the tail. So when your dog's laying down, check that the straps are the right tightness. There is a universal strap included with every set, which you may or may not need. It has jaw clips on either end. For dogs that need it to hold the tail sleeve on, you will put this universal belt through the loop at the chest, and you will put it between your dog's back legs and fasten it to either side of the tail sleeve with the jaw clips, which you can open by just pulling up on the back of the jaw clip. Most dogs don't need this, but pit bulls, bulldogs, some terriers need this downward pressure to keep the tail sleeve on. That universal belt can be used for other things too, which I'll go over at the very end of the video. So this is another view of the universal belt going through the back legs and to the tail sleeve. You'll know if you need this belt because the tail sleeve, if you pull up on it, it just slides up your dog's tail and off. You need this strap under here. It's easy to test for. Other dogs, you pull up on the tail sleeve after everything's buckled and in place, and it won't budge. The universal belt can also be used to hold the tail sleeve up off the ground. To do this, thread it through the silver ring on the back of the harness and clip the 2 jaw clips to the upper side of the tail sleeve. Usually one will be a little higher than the other one. The Velcro can be used to hold down snaps. If the snaps get caught on the inside of the crate, this is a good solution. Also, if your dog rolls on his back, you might need these over the snaps. Now that you have the TailSaver, things are going to go a lot better for you. Don't hesitate to call or email us with questions and leave comments below. Thank you.